Hello, I'm Sarah from Moto Legends, and today I'm going to talk to you about the ladies' Artemis suit from Klim. The Artemis is Klim's high-end offering for lady riders, and whilst Klim have positioned this as an adventure riding suit, we fail to see really on what basis you shouldn't consider it as appropriate as a touring outfit. In fact, we think it will work incredibly well on the road, better in this role than any other Klim outfit that we offer, and indeed, I can't think of anything better from the other brands on the market. The Artemis suit was new for 2022. It is an upgrade on the previous Artemis suit. Basically, there's more venting, more abrasion resistance, more storage, more mobility, more of everything. Let's talk first about the jacket and then we'll move on to the pants. The jacket, and indeed the suit, is constructed of a two-layer Gore-Tex performance shell material. That is to say that the membrane is laminated to the inner surface of the outer shell, which means that the Artemis will never wet out. It'll never become sodden and soaking wet, even in the longest and hardest of downpours. It will also dry very quickly. For added strength, you've got Armacor-style panels of 630 denier cordura down on the back pocket and down the front of the jacket. You've also got SuperFabric, which is the most abrasion-resistant material used in motorcycling, on the elbows and the shoulders. If you ever go down the road in this suit, then that's reassuring stuff to have. The jacket is equipped with a full suite of level 1 D30 armour, so elbows, shoulders and back protector. You could upgrade that to level 2, but that would make the jacket or the suit a bit heavier and less flexible. The jacket, like the pant, is AA rated under EN 17092. Now, venting is always a big thing for Klim, and that's what you'd expect of an adventure suit, which is what the Artemis is. So you have zip vents on the forearms, the biceps, across the chest, and also 2 exhaust vents on the back. To allow even more air, there's a drawstring to keep the neck open, and as with many Klim jackets, you've got elastic tabs to hold the collar open. Now, the only thing that Klim likes more than venting is pockets. There's 2 water-resistant hand pockets at the front. There's 2 more Napoleon pockets in the chest. On the back of the jacket, there's a large map pocket. There's also a small ID card pocket on the left wrist. Inside the jacket, there are 4 more pockets, and I think there's a secret pocket as well. Really, nobody needs any more. There's a lot going on the Artemis. The jacket has lots of moving parts, and Klim have done everything possible to make it as wearable as possible. You've got football pockets behind the shoulders, and you've got seamless gussets under the arms. There's adjusters on the forearms and on the biceps, and there's a really clever waisting system that actually works 360 degrees around the waist to make sure that you can adjust it to fit. There's also 2 zippered gussets on the hips. There's a drawstring arrangement to pull the hem in. I could go on. There's a storm flap down the front, which is important when the mud starts flying. There's lots of 3M reflective banding. There's a Climatech cooling mesh inside the jacket. You've got a soft lining on the collar, and you've got zips and Velcro at the sleeve ends, and so on. You've even got what Klim calls a MOLLE compatible utility panel on the right chest. And of course, the jacket will zip to the Artemis pant. You've got a full zip connector. The sizing goes from size small to 2XL in the jacket. I would wear a medium, so a medium's about a UK size 10, and goes up to 2XL, which I'd say is probably a UK size 18. And the price of all this loveliness is £750. So this is not a jacket for the occasional weekend rider, but I do think it's perfect for those who have ambitions to travel around the world. In terms of philosophy and construction, the Artemis pant basically mirrors the jacket. It's a 2-layer laminated garment. It's got 630 denier Armacor-style panels in the seat, on the pockets and inside of the ankles. There's SuperFabric on the knees. You've got D30 armour in the knees and the hips. There's 3M Scotch-Lite bands and so on. But on the pants, you've also got leather panels inside the knees. You've got vents on the front and the back of the thighs. You've got 2 billow thigh pockets and another mole panel on the right thigh. At the waist, there's a Velcro adjustment to help tighten the waist. You've got long zips up the inside of the legs with poppers at the bottom to cinch the trousers around boots. It is a spec to match the very best. And as with the jacket, I don't think there's much out there to match it. But it's not for everyone. The one key problem with laminated garments is they are a little bit stiff and crunchy. When you bond a membrane to the outer, it is not going to be as comfortable to wear. Drop liner garments, by contrast, are much more cosseting. And so the Artemis pant is never going to be the nicest to wear. But we think there is another particular issue with the Artemis pants. They are pretty low-waisted and they have quite a short fly. That means that they're not particularly well shaped for womanly hips, and they will work probably best on less curvy shapes. If you do have hips, they're difficult to put on your waist size, and therefore you go up a size. They go on more easily, but then you find they gape at the waist and they feel a bit as though they're falling down. Obviously that's less than perfect. Braces would help. Also, you probably wouldn't notice that if you were zipping the jacket to the pants, but it's not perfect. So I feel the pant will work on some people, but not all people. And I suppose the only way to find out is to try them on. The pants come from sizes US 0, which is a UK size 4, up to US size 16, which is a UK size 20. They don't do a short leg, but they're not desperately long pants. They do a long leg. The trousers cost £570. The Artemis is a classic Klim adventure suit in the mould of suits like the Badlands and the Carlsbad. It is not a suit for proper off-road riding. It is too heavy for that, and it's got a membrane which will make that too hard going. But if you are looking for a touring suit that's going to keep you dry in the wet, but is well vented enough when it's hot and well protected enough if things go wrong, then the Artemis should definitely be on your shortlist. Of course, the one thing it lacks is a thermal component, but that's always been Klim's way. They provide the outer shell and you provide your own layers. That's not a problem for us. Most integral insulators that come with suits are poor quality. We prefer some merino or perhaps a down jacket that then you layer up underneath. Now, comfort may put some people off the Artemis. It's a laminate, it's a bit stiffer than a drop liner. And indeed, a drop liner from Halvarsons or Rucker might be easier to live with. But the Artemis's range of talents are much broader than any drop liner garment. And at just over £1,300, it's not inexpensive, and you've got to supply your own thermal, but this really is a suit that you could travel the world in. It wants for very little, and for all the protections that it offers, you would expect to pay a proper price. To see more Klim gear, visit motolegends.com. To learn more about the Artemis suit, then click on one of the links below. Buying from Moto Legends is simple, straightforward and risk-free. There is no delivery charge on any protective wear you buy in the UK, and you also have free returns and 12 months to decide whether you want to keep something. We have a better price promise than John Lewis. If you see something that we sell cheaper on a UK website, then we will beat that price by 10%. See the web for terms and conditions. If you want to subscribe to email bulletins, then click the link that's at the top of all pages on the website. You just need to put your email address in and you'll be signed up. If you want to subscribe to our YouTube videos, then click the link below. Also, follow us on Facebook. We have a fabulous shop here in Guildford. It's a small footprint, but we have £2 million worth of stock in the warehouse, which makes us the second largest shop in the country. We are famous for our service and our personal fitting. We have the highest ranking reviews on Trustpilot, and if you come and see us, you'll get an proper Italian coffee or a Yorkshire tea in a teapot with a motorbike shaped shortbread biscuit. Anyway, this has been Sarah from Moto Legends. Hope to see you soon.